Hey everybody, it's Glenn, back on the 7th and final day of Gremlins week with two brand new Gremlins action figures. Here I have for you George and Lenny in their Mogwai forms. This is from Series 1 of what will hopefully bring us many series of Mogwai and Gremlin action figures. I know following Series 1 there's a second Mogwai series, and after that a Schedule 2 Gremlins series, but I guess at this point it's all about how well they sell as to what gets released down the line. So I picked these up at Forbidden Planet in London. As you see from the price tag there, £13.99. A bit pricey. I actually pre-ordered them on play.com for £11.99. But I knew these were sat in Forbidden Planet and I was eager to get them, and at the point where I'd rather pay a couple of pounds more and have them in my hands than pay a couple of pounds less and be left hanging on play.com. So taking a closer look at them in the packaging, they look pretty cool. What I like underneath here has the credits for the action figure, which is cool. Unsung heroes they're often in the artists who sculpt and paint action figures, but it's nice that NECA are giving them a bit of deserved credit on the underside of the packaging there. As you can see, has the warning choking hazard. Some reason there's no warning about keeping them out of sunlight, feeding them after midnight, etc, etc. We just get the basic warning choking hazard. Now looking at the back of these, let's take a look. The top line there is the first series. I of course have George and Lenny here. There is also a Gizmo. I guess the first series of Gremlins action figures wouldn't be complete without a Gizmo. I myself, I'm not that big a fan of Gizmo, to be honest. I know he's the iconic character across the two Gremlins movies, but I've always been less of a fan of the cute and more of a fan of the creepy. This second row here is Series 2. You can see we have Daffy, Combat Gizmo and Mohawk. Now when these guys come out I will be picking up that entire series. Of course Combat Gizmo, it's a lot cooler than the regular Gizmo. It's Gizmo after he's been tortured by the Gremlins and just isn't gonna take it anymore. Inspired by Rambo, he combats up and bites back. Also on the back here you can see this action feature that NECA is proud of concerning these Mogwai action figures. They have a roll trackball that moves the Mogwai's eyes 360 degrees. Now NECA, they're not really known for action features in their action figures. They're more about a kind of solid sculpt that's a great representation of the movie or TV, whatever the property is they're trying to represent. So I'm not sure why they've gone for this rolling eyeball action feature on these figures. I don't know if it's because they're such a small action figure. They're introducing the eye rolling feature just to justify the cost, maybe? Who knows? I have actually heard some bad reviews about this action feature, but I will open these guys up and see what the deal is with that. So here they are out of package and they look great. NECA have come on a really long way in terms of articulation. Both these figures feature way more articulation than I expected. When I was getting them out of packaging, the first one, when I pulled him out, I saw the ear move and I thought I'd snap the ear off, but the ears are actually articulated on these figures, which is totally unexpected. And of course the Mogwai, it's cool that you can articulate the ears, because it's how the Mogwais kind of express a lot of emotions through the various movements of their ears. Beyond that, the arms feature articulation. For a tiny little arm, it features articulation at the shoulder, the elbow and the wrist. And then the legs move front and back and around. Which is cool. And now I did expect, when I first saw pictures online of Lenny here, I thought that join there was a point of articulation where he would swivel at the torso, but it seemed that's just the seam from where two separate moulded parts have been glued together here in manufacturing Lenny. Also, there is a lot of movement in the head. Look up quite a way there and kind of do him as if he's being plunged through the air, flying gremlin. So yeah, good plus points with the articulation. Thumbs up to NECA. But there is a thumbs down. As I said, I've heard bad things about these eyes, and it's easier if I illustrate with Lenny here because his eyes are much more open and less slit like George's. But I don't know if I can bring him in closer. Maybe lift the camera up a little. There is a ball on the back of his head here, which you operate to move his eyes. Now they do move 360 degrees, but they're not really coordinated. Which that action, when Daffy comes out in series 2, will fit him perfectly, because as you know from Gremlins 2, Daffy's eyes do roll around crazily, out of sync with each other. I guess it's not too bad. What do you guys think? Would you rather them just be posed in one staring direction? I'm not sure. Maybe that'll grow on me. It's just hard to get them matched up in a kind of staring out straight direction for when you want to leave him posed on a display shelf. Let's have a closer look at George there. His eyes are so tightly slit you can't even really see his eyeballs, but he does feature the same articulation of the eyes. And like Lenny, his ears articulate too, which is cool. So that's George and Lenny, partners in crime from Gremlins 2. In forthcoming series, we are due to get Lenny and George in gremlin form, so it's going to be great to pair these Mogwais up with their respective gremlin forms when they come out. Anyway, that completes my look at George and Lenny Mogwais. Please comment, rate and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed Gremlins Week. If you've stuck with me each and every day, I thank you. I will see you soon. Bye.